Aloha, Namaste, Sitaram, Assalamu Alaikum, Shalom to each and every one of you. I would love to say thank you so much each and every week when you join us and for all the love and the support that you give us. We are eternally grateful. I just want to say, in absence of my beautiful Hawaiian co-host Posrche, I know she's sending her best wishes to you, and she's going to be back. Have no fear. She's coming back with a bang. I can guarantee you that she'll be back shortly. As a disclaimer, as I usually do, I would like to say for you to just sit back and relax and enjoy the show. If you choose to partake, awesome. If not, that's okay as well. But this is not about religion. We respect everybody's faith and beliefs. And there are times when you're going to ask you when we're going to be doing the sessions to prep yourself. And this is for your best interest at heart. And we will talk about that more as we go along. But it's my absolute pleasure. Yes, we always say things in threes. To introduce this incredible woman. I tell you this, I have been waiting for this for such a long time. And just to get her on here, her schedule is absolutely nuts. Why? Because first of all, we have a time difference. She's in India. But she's a beautiful soul. She is a mentor to me, an inspiration to me. She says that I am an inspiration to her, but I admire her with her gifts and her talents. She's super powerful. She does so many things, and I'm saying to you, you really have to sit back and listen to her. There's so many stories I'm going to share with you, with her, about her. And I would love right now to introduce to you my dear Harsha Singh. Welcome to the Divine Soul Journey, Harsha.
Thank you, Dianne. Namaste. I'm so grateful that you've given me an opportunity to be here to interact with all your wonderful guests across this beautiful world. And it's such an honor to be here, quite frankly, because I know in my heart I've been wanting to do this show for a very long time. But because of my own hesitation, my own, let's just say, blockages, I held myself back right up until this very moment. So I'm very grateful once again. Thank you, Dianne.
Thank you, Harsha. And we'll talk about it in a moment. And for those who ask the question, why Divine Soul Journey? Well, because we connect with the divine, and Harsha is going to show that very soon. We all have a soul that we connect to our divine, and we're on this journey to where we say we go home to enlightenment. You know, many may say to go up to heaven, and whatever heaven is for you, or wherever heaven is for you, for each and every one of you, and just to complete this cycle of life. And Harsha mentioned that she wanted to be on here. Yeah, sometimes scripting, sometimes planning does not always work. So we live in the flow, in the moment, and that's exactly what's happening here. This was not planned, but here we go. So for those who are listening, please, if you have any questions, and if you would like to really get in touch with Harsha or ourselves, please do contact us at dsjshow2020@gmail.com. So thank you, Harsha, for that. And yes, it's in the flow. Like we always talk about being in the moment, in the flow, and this is the flow and the moment for you.
Absolutely. I'm learning this as each day progresses. I'm learning more about myself. I'm on the path to self discovery, let's just say. And many of my beloved ones who actually have taken out a lot of their precious time and efforts to give me their wisdom and guidance and teachings and much more have always told me that self mastery is key. And with that self mastery, I'm realizing with each day that we need to learn to let go. So, this is just about me personally. Um, I need to learn to let go much more, and I'm slowly learning to go with the flow. And that the more that we align with the flow of this universe, the more things seem to flow effortlessly for us, and things seem to manifest much more easily.
Absolutely. So, why don't you take us on a little journey of how this all started for you as a little girl? Let's start there.
As a little girl, I would say I was born an empath. For those who are aware of what empaths are, we are called sensitives. But at the same time, when I was a child, I actually would have glimpses of my past lives. That's a fact. I've seen them, and I remember seeing places, um, monuments in books, magazines, and I remember exclaiming to myself in my mind, oh my god, this is my home, or this is where I've been before. And so I've always had these esoteric experiences since I was a child. Of course, certain experiences in life from a very young age made me shut down, and I was just going through life as if I were completely numb, not really. But as the years progressed, I had a lot of experiences, a lot of lessons learned, um, received some hard knocks on my head many, many times. And finally, things started to fall into place about 2 years ago when I finally met my spiritual teacher and father. And through his teachings and practices and his wisdom and love, I've really, really started to transform. And on this journey, I have met many, many amazing people, especially quite significantly in the last few years, such as yourself, Dianne, and Portia, and many other wonderful souls who have just been so selflessly, like, just guiding me, being my guiding light, being a beacon of light for me to actually become a beacon of light to others. Um, Learning to overcome my blockages so that I can just be unconditional in whatever I do and whomever I reach out to. So,
That is amazing. So first of all, I just have to say on behalf of Harsha, she's a little shy too as well. And it's like this lotus flower who's blossoming. And I have to mention how I met Harsha. It was about 9 months ago at several events that we had. Heard the name a lot, didn't know who she was. And I was getting with Portia, doing some events. I had asked a question because I was asked to speak about something. It was more about business and entrepreneurship. And then I just happened to segue. I don't even know how that happened, but again, going with the flow. And I said, who would like to have any blockages and I would like to take care of right now? Now, let me explain something. This person was one of the least persons I would expect. She used to hide behind her hair, have her head down, not smile, always have internet problems, and more. And it always, I don't know. I knew it's something I had to do. But I posed the question and she stepped up. Now, I want you to understand this is not about me, this is about her. She stepped up and she had said something. I didn't know about her background, I didn't know about her life. And she mentioned that she had these blockages. And I was like, okay, didn't see that one coming. Well, about 15 minutes, I think it was, she was sitting up, she was glowing, she was smiling, her internet started to work. I don't know if she remembers that that particular day. And because we released some of the deep down blockages that was holding her back, which we now call the elephant in the room. That was the beginning of our relationship, and it has blossomed so much into this beautiful, beautiful relationship that we have. And that's where it starts, as being in the moment and ready for change. Now, one of the things I really wanted to talk to Harsha about is some of the incredible, incredible gifts and talents that she has. Yesterday, Harsha is very much tuned in into me, into my energy and my soul. And she kept saying, I want to give you a blessing with the singing bowls. You know, I love her singing bowls. They're very precious singing bowls, and she'll explain to that in a minute. But however, and she said, I want to do it. I was guided because her guidance is very powerful. And I welcome it anytime, anytime. Harsha, you know you have my permission. We didn't get to do the singing bowls, and I was more taken up with her building her amazing business that she's working on. And by the way, she's editor to a magazine. She did a phenomenal job in a magazine that's coming out. And again, when I met her, she couldn't do any of this. So it's amazing how much you can learn once your channels and, it starts opening up. But here's what happened. She may have to explain more about what she did. I just know for the first time in my life, and I've had some experiences, but nothing like this. So just bear with me with my little story of what I experienced yesterday with Harsha. I felt my body pulled and I was like immobilized. I couldn't figure out the word until last night. I was speaking to a girlfriend because I was doing my best to describe what happened. I literally felt like a string was pulled and it got very tight. And I was in this position lying down that I couldn't move. Not that I wanted to move. I felt restricted but comfortable. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move, but I was comfortable. I was so relaxed. Then she did, I can't remember exactly which order she did. She did some blessings, she did flows, she did readings. But what I felt was a very special feeling in my brain. I had a blissful moment. Unbelievable. And then she gave forgiveness practice. And then she did some communication. And she did so many cool things. I am just going to say that was one of the amazing experiences I've had. I've had quite a few. And I'm telling you, for anybody who's listening right now, you need to experience. Each one of our journeys are very different. Our experiences are very different. But it was phenomenal. We were just chatting earlier today, and she did some other sessions. Again, amazing. And I'm telling you, from yesterday to today, I felt like there's so much has been released, especially in my brain. And where's your monkey mind? In your brain. Because we have the Shen Qi Jin, which is the heart, the soul, the heart, and then the mind, and the energy and the body. we will bring you the singing bowls on this show. Unfortunately, there are certain times she's not allowed to play them, and this is one time because of the time. But we will have Harsha back with her singing bowls because it is phenomenal. So, Harsha, my dear, why don't you just quickly explain what you did, just generically, and let's give our audience a taste before we move any further because I want to make sure I give you enough time not to rush you whatsoever earlier in the show so people can experience a taste of what you have to share with us. Because I am saying to you, you know me, it is out of this world, literally. So please, Harsha, do share with us your beautiful gifts and talents that you have. Because, girl, you have a toolbox full of treasures. There's no question about that. You are certainly one of a kind. And I'm so happy that you're here with us today.
Thank you, Dianne. I'm just grateful for all of the wonderful things you said, because honestly, I'm on the road to self-discovery, as I mentioned. So, something that I discover about myself every now and then, and but it's also something that I have learned personally from the teachings of our master. So, one of the things that we did yesterday was singing our soul song. And this is something we learn when it comes to opening our spiritual channels, which are very much needed in today's times, especially because opening your spiritual channels can transform your life in many, many ways. The spiritual channels also include your third eye, the images that you see, the feelings that you feel, your guidance, your intuition, your communication with the true source or creator. And so through this opening spiritual channels, I have learned to bring out my soul song. So the soul song is nothing but an expression of your actual soul's voice, your true inner voice. And when you express this through your song, it is so powerful because it's the purest part of you. It's that divine essence within you which is emanating through these songs. And the songs can change, doesn't have to be the same. And it's beautiful because the mind doesn't play a role in this as such. To an extent, yes, but mostly it emanates from your soul, as I said. So when you sing these soul songs, what happens is whoever's in your field, whoever's receiving it, including the person who's singing it themselves, is directly connecting with the divine, the source, the creator's energies, vibrations, frequencies, and essence, because that is our true essence. And therefore, you automatically feel good, you automatically feel uplifted, and it is also a blessing in itself, which is very powerful. And there are many people who have had different experiences with these soul songs. Some people feel absolutely sleepy by the end of it. That's because they feel completely relaxed. Some people feel energized because that's what they needed, a boost of energy. Some people just receive benefits in other ways, perhaps, like, oh, I just got a call from this person. This person offered me a role in such and such capacity. So it differs person to person. But this was one of the things that we did yesterday. The other thing that we were focusing on is the alignment. So this kind of came naturally to me, which was something I discovered some months ago, but it's something that comes very naturally. And basically, the alignment takes place when your entire soul, heart, mind, and body, your chakras, meridian lines, your entire body, basically, I kind of push it into alignment and sync it with Mother Earth's essence, energies, vibrations, frequencies. And at the same time, I kind of align your soul, heart, mind, and body to the creator, whatever name that you call the creator or the source of the creation. I align your soul, heart, mind, and body to that. So it happens as a two-way alignment, Mother Earth and the divine. And this is what is necessary for us because it keeps us anchored or grounded or rooted, as they say. And it also helps us amplify the connection, the true connection with the divine. So that is one of the things that we also did yesterday.
That was absolutely. I I know when I said it to you when you did that before we do what we're going to do in a moment. I said to you that I feel stiff. What some words because again, and here's the thing: I couldn't talk much because I was pretty much immobilized because that's when I realized last night because I was really doing my best to figure out a word to describe it until my conversation with my girlfriend when she said you immobilized. I said, yeah, that's the word. But it was like I was feeling my body was here, but my body wasn't here to a certain degree. But I was in the moment. I was letting go. And you said you saw a lot of blockages because we always have blockages. But I was open to what you were doing. But I felt that pull. I felt that alignment. I felt like a string had kind of put my legs together. My legs were together, but just firmer. It was incredible. I mean, it was incredible. Now I understand the whole process. And when you were talking to me, I was doing my best to sort of reply to you, but I couldn't really say much to begin with. And second of all, some of the things you said, I did not hear anything. I was like, you were saying it, my soul was absorbing it, but mentally, my mind, because I felt like my mind was empty. Where we go into emptiness, the Kong, as we call it. It was beautiful. That's all I can say. So I want to thank you so much for that experience, because it is an experience I hope most people will truly experience. And for those who are now listening, we're on the Divine Soul Journey with my beautiful guest, Harsha Singh from India. And Harsha, if you can kindly, let's do something special right now. You have the floor.
Thank you, Dianne. I was wondering if I can sing a soul song for you.
Absolutely.
And
You don't have to ask me twice, girl. I tell you, you have permission. But yes, this is one thing that we always have to do to make sure you ask permission. And if it's appropriate, because Harsha is not the one that's really doing it. The virtue is coming from our divine source soul. So we talk about karma. We have to understand when we're working with karma, when we are working with this energy, we have to make sure we are protected and it's in the best interest, because that's another story for another day. But yes, you do have my permission. I just want our audience to understand that for those who are healers and those people who work with their hands and touch people, you have to make sure there's a protection behind that, because you can pull people's energy and you can feel all the negative energy within them. So just be cautious is what we're saying to you. So yes, Harsha, you have my permission. Thank you.
thank you, Dianne. And I am humbly offering a soul song, blessing only as appropriate, because we all know that divine knows what's best for each of us. So we always say as appropriate. And the song Blessing starts. Hey, ya, 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 yo. 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 Hey, ya, 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 yo. Hey, ya, 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 yo. Hey, ya, ya, hey, ya, ya, yo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So song blessing ends.
Beautiful. I have to tell you that I felt this cooling sensation in my mid back on my left side. And it was just a subtle coolness. But here's the thing, there's all the blockages that comes from our heart. It's, of course, it reflects on our spine. That for many of you know, I have scoliosis. It's a physical station. However, I used to have a lot of pain ever since I was young. I've seen so many chiropractors. I'm much better now, except when I don't sleep in the right position, which is a physical thing. But there's a lot of blockages that's been removed, which I did not know was associated. I was in my heart. As my heart opens up, I can feel certain things. I will feel the discomfort in my spine and they will dissipate. And there's so many things happen between yesterday and today, and I get blessings every day from different sources. So it's constantly happening and constantly. And even what we did yesterday, and that also, that cooling sensation that was moving from my mid spine, close to where my scoliosis, my S is, to the left side of my spine, because that's where your heart is. But it was so subtle, it was very light, but yet powerful. I could feel it. I could still feel a bit of it. So I know there's some blockages that's been cleared. You may feel heat, you may feel tingle. I have tingles in other parts of my body. I'm so used to it now. It just feels like it's ants all over my body. But I'm used to that too as well now. And sometimes if I don't feel it, I miss it. But my body feels so relaxed. I kid you not. And heaven will only give you what you need. And if you don't know sometimes to ask for something, just leave it up to heaven to decide where's the best area for you to get your healing. So thank you so much, Harsha. I feel so relaxed. You would be so surprised how relaxed I feel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So what else
Thank
would you
you,
like to?
Dianne.
You're welcome. What else would you like to share with our audience, if you would like? Please do.
I'd like to I'd like to take a moment to explain about the singing bowls.
Absolutely.
I know that there are amazing souls out there who serve through these singing bowls. Um, but the approach that we have taken is slightly different. This is not to compare, this is just to say that each and every person is unique, each and every modality is unique. Even within a modality, you will find different versions and things like that. So, I just wanted to take a moment to share with you. So, the singing bowls that I personally do, they are not ordinary bowls that are made in the factories. These are actually handcrafted using a certain composition of alloys, and these bowls literally are instruments that carry the essence of the divine. They are blessed by the divine directly. And so when you receive a session or a healing from these bowls, it's really not me, it's the divine. And also through these bowls, we have been associated or initiated into a lineage of very ancient saints um, many centuries ago. So I would honestly recommend that you at least give this a try. Not because I gain some kind of popularity, it's only and only because these bowls are meant to serve humanity. These bowls can serve your pets, even your plants, and even for those who have farms, who are actually farming, who have their orchards. We actually do our sessions even for your farms, orchards. You'll see your plants bloom and grow. And I personally combine it with some of the practices of my masters, my spiritual fathers. So together, it's really amplified. And these bowls as well, Dianne, like they have the ability to balance the five elements in your body. The five elements comprising of the wood, fire, earth, air, water elements. And so it's not just in nature, right? It's within our own bodies. These bowls also have the ability to help clear your chi, or in Sanskrit they say prana. They help clear your meridian lines, your chakras, and basically these bowls also have the ability to transform blockages at the DNA level as well. And what we have to understand is everything is made up of sound. One of the main factors of everything that exists is sound. And everything vibrates at a certain frequency, vibration, as we say. So when we do our sound healing, or in Sanskrit it's called nada yoga, nada meaning sound, it actually has the ability to go into every cell, the spaces between the cells in your body, and to heal and transform only as appropriate, because as we always say, the divine knows best.
Harsha, I want to go back for a moment before we go any further. And thank you for that beautiful description, and we'll talk more about that. Here's one thing I want Maine to know. First of all, when we talk about the five elements, we talk about the wood element is the liver, the fire is the heart, the metal is the spleen. Did I say that correct? I think I'm losing my train of thought.
Lungs.
The lungs, sorry. The earth is the spleen, and the water is the kidneys. Those are the five major organs. But I also want people to know that miracles do happen. And Harsha and I were having this conversation for those who, now, we never guarantee anything because you also have to do your 50%. And you have to believe, even if it's like a grain of a mustard seed. That was my belief all my life from when I was brought up. I may not be the most religious person on the face of the earth, but I always had faith like a grain of a mustard seed, which not even probably know what that meant to a certain degree, but that was always there. There are many people who, male and female, who are not able to have children and to conceive. We're not saying and guarantee you, yes, you can get pregnant. Because it's not always about the female, it's also sometimes the male. And there's nothing wrong, to feel ashamed that if you cannot get pregnant for whatever reason, but there's always hope. So please, if you can, share with us, to your best of your ability, how this possibly, because miracles can happen, things can change. But for those out there who are struggling, hurting, some people have a breakup. I was just talking to someone last night who told a friend broke up because they couldn't have any children. If there's hope there, possible, tell us a little bit more about that as well.
So these bowls can help you at many levels, as we discussed. It's not just healing the 5 elements which are crucial to your entire body. It's also, it helps in healing your emotional imbalances, psychological imbalances, mental imbalances. It's literally healing you from the soul, the heart, the mind, the body. So sometimes it all depends on your personal blockages. There's only so much that we can do from our side, but we do it with love. We do it unconditionally to serve, because we want to help. We want to reach out to as many people as possible. It just depends case to case, person to person. It can help you with such challenges regarding conceiving. It can really transform your reproductive system. It can transform your glands, your hormones. It can transform, as I said, the chi. Once it starts flowing, it can build more energy into your body. It allows more divine energy to get absorbed into your system. Your integration with the divine energy, divine essence becomes stronger. So it's I can't really pinpoint it to one particular aspect. It's a combination of many things that start to clear together, and it can help you with such challenges as Dianne mentioned. That's just one of many things. There have been different people reaching out to me with different things that got healed for them.
And here's the beautiful part of this. We're not saying one session is going to fix you. First of all, you're not even broken in the first place, so that's number one. There's certain things that has to be cleared up, like anything else. You have a cold, you have a fever, you got to take care of each along the process, parts of it. A lot of the issues that we have mentally, psychologically, emotionally, physically, and of course spiritually, is stress. Stress is something that is the root to many things, especially like diabetes, high cholesterol, you name it. It has to do with stress. Marriage breakdown, finance, relationship, your immune system, how long you live, how you sleep, it has a lot to do with it. I do know when people who want to conceive, sometimes they're so anxious, but they really need to know how to regulate certain aspects of their life, make changes. And this is what we're saying, that you really should connect with Harsha. And like I said, you can connect with her through us, a Divine Soul Journey show, or DSJ show, sorry, at 2020@gmail.com. Reach out to her. This is just one thing she has. This is not the only modality and gift and talent she has. Oh no, I am telling you, we bring this show to you because there's a lot of healing in here. There's hope. At least I hope we're bringing hope to you. We're bringing amazing, amazing people. Not everybody's a healer, but some people share their stories but may help you or someone that you know. And this is why we bring this show to you. I ask you to share this with someone, these shows, particularly this one if you know someone, because it's hope. There's a possibility. I've seen people who could not get pregnant and they were actually going to do the fertility. And by out of nowhere, the Sunday became pregnant. They were about to go do the session. I've seen many things, not with this modality, but I've seen miracles do happen. So what I'm saying to you is, please do. Harsha, may I offer you a blessing? You always give everyone, especially me. May I offer you a blessing?
I'm most grateful. Thank you.
Okay. Get yourself saddled up. There we go. And for those who are listening, please do relax. Do partake if you choose to. Choose an area of life that you want to work on. Those who are lying down, please, in silence. And those who are sitting down, you want to do your own chanting or you want to do your own prayer or whatever it is you want to do, feel free to do so as well. But for those who are lying down, please do it in silence. So since we already did the forgiveness practice, I was just going to... You did a beautiful job with the forgiveness. And you can suddenly share what area you want to, or you could leave it up to heaven, Harsha, or anybody else who's listening on. As well as when I ask you to say your name 3 times, like Dianne Ojar, Dianne Ojar, Dianne Ojar, or Harsha Singh, Harsha Singh, Harsha Singh. 3 times. Remember, we talk about the Trinity. So here we go. So just close your eyes. Put one hand in your lower abdomen, below your belly button area, and one hand over your mesocenter, your heart chakra, by your sternum, between where your ribs meet. And just close your eyes and be in the moment. Now, typically, we will do this in silence as we're doing it publicly. But I'm going to... Let me just ask permission first if I should in the first place. One moment. Okay. I've gotten permission to say it out loud. And that's why we have to ask permission, because remember, I am not the one doing it. The divine, the source, is doing it through me. So I'd like you to visualize, Harsha, and everyone, this golden light ball. Think of it as sun. Think of this energy ball, beautiful golden light ball, like this hot, beautiful golden bowl that is like lava, but it's golden above your head. And you could feel the vibration. And you could see it glowing, this glow. And then when you take a deep breath in through your nose and down into your lower abdomen, which we call the lower dantian, but we'll stay with the English. And then move it up to the area, like your heart, for example, your shoulder, your head, your knee. So Harsha, in a moment, just breathe. And I'm going to ask you to say your name 3 times. And everyone else out there, please say your name 3 times. Now, dear divine source soul, thank you. They are heavenly fathers and beings, and all our committees, and all our treasures to turn on, and Harsha's treasures to turn on, and all your treasures out there, because we all have treasures to turn on. And I ask you to please repeat your name 3 times. And I thank you, and I ask divine source soul to please offer a blessing as appropriate to our lovely beloved soul today. For her request, you can silently say your request. And for those who are listening out there, they will get a splash of this, a flash, for their request. But for Harsha, for her request today, because she gives so much, so much, and it's her time to get some blessings, nourishment in return. I ask my Tao Da Da I healing hands to turn on. Today, and I thank you. Blessing starts. He hang hang a shia woyo, he hang a shia woyo, he hang a shia woyo. Thank you. And as you listen to the divine, beautiful music that was sent to us of love, peace, and harmony, the music also to incorporate that very powerful energy and vibration into this blessing. As you hear it in the background, as it continue for the next few moments to bless each and every cell in your body, in your DNA, the Shenshi Jin of your heart, your soul, heart, mind, body, and matter, and the energy. And may it bless you from head to toe, skin to bone, for your request. How means all is good. Blessing ends, and our hands rest. Just give me a moment. Put your hands in your prayer position, however your prayer position is, and you give thanks and gratitude. And right now, I'm just seeing beautiful purple flashes of light just flashing in front of me. And that's a beautiful sign. So take a moment to give your gratitude while I do the same. Because when we call in the souls, like Harsha did before, we have to say it's fine. They have to rest too. And we send them and say, yes, it's okay to go back home. So just give me a moment while I do this. Konsong, konsong, konsong is what we say. Please do. Thank you for coming. And it's good. It's okay. You can go back to your humble abode now. So take a moment when you're ready. Breathe, finish up. And Harsha, my dear sweet soul, as we wrap up here, if you could just give us a few minutes of feedback, if you have anything to share with us.
That was
Namaste.
beautiful, Dianne. Thank you so much.
I never get the opportunity to do this to you at all, so this is my opportunity to do this.
Thank you so much, Dianne. And
you're welcome.
it's amazing because people all over the world who are listening, and we're so grateful to you. And we need to realize that Dianne isn't just the hostess with the mostess, as some of my close friends say. She's actually a bundle of joy and a bundle of wonders. She'll suddenly jump out like this fairy godmother and say, okay, here's a blessing for you now. Okay, here's a tip for you now. So she's very, very proactive, very loving, always giving. And I'm very grateful because I saw this whole divine team around me, above my head, and they formed like a circle, and they were just pouring divine light down into my soul, heart, mind, and body. And it was just this pure white, golden white, divine light. And it was so peaceful because my heart was a bit restless today. Though I was serving or, resting, it was restless. And when I received this amazing blessing, it's like the heart is completely at peace. Whatever emotional stuff was going on in the heart is just stopped completely. And I just feel so relaxed right now, as if I literally had a divine spa and amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome. And as we wrap up here, we were just going to leave everybody in the moment to continue to feel and experience. So if you just want to give us a few words of wisdom as we unfortunately have to say goodbye while we're having so much fun here.
I'm just grateful, Dianne, for the opportunity again. Really grateful to be here. And I'd just like to say that, whatever that we're doing with the singing bowls, all these amazing practices that we've learned, like the forgiveness practice, love, peace, harmony, this amazing transmission called Thou Hands, our soul song, everything combined, it's just so powerful. So much power and love, divine power, divine love that goes into it, that goes into, rejuvenating us, transforming us at different levels. So I'm just grateful to be able to share this, to serve everyone. And as we say, it's not just transforming our blockages. What we have been taught by our teacher is when one heals, everyone heals. When one is going through pain and suffering, we're all going through pain and suffering, because that's how this whole cosmos is. Something that some of our leading teachers have taught us, including our master, which is that everything and everyone is tied up quantumly, called quantum entanglement. And therefore, when one feels the pain, everyone feels the pain, whether we consciously are aware of it or not. So therefore, when we heal ourselves, whether it's balancing our five elements, whether it's balancing our masculine, feminine energies, whether it's balancing our soul, heart, mind, and body, it reflects collectively outwards, not just to Mother Earth, but to Mother Nature, our neighbors, our loved ones. It just creates this ripple effect across the whole universe. So we, as consciously aware individuals, need to know that we are co-creating every single moment together. Now, how we choose to co-create is up to us. Do we choose to be positive? Do we choose to be negative? And it's not easy, it doesn't come easily. It's just a matter of discipline, practice, and you can get there. We all get there one way or another.
Beautiful.
And it's all up to us. Mother Earth is a reflection of our inner turmoil, our individual inner turmoil, our collective inner turmoil, which is nothing but our blockages. So if we heal, Mother Earth heals. She is just reflecting what is reflected with what is within us. So
Beautiful.
thank you, Dianne, for this
Thank you.
opportunity.
Who would not like to sit down and hear Harsha speak? I'm always so intrigued when she speaks because I learn so much. And, there's not much left to say as I leave you and saying you work on your heart, heal your heart, and it will melt all your blockages. So, on that note, I would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Aloha, namaste, sitaram, assalamu alaikum, shalom, good day, good afternoon, good night to each and every one of you again. And continue to breathe, continue to share, continue to serve, continue to love, continue to be the best you can be. And in love, peace, and harmony, I leave this message with you. So, on behalf of Posrche, myself, and beautiful Harsha, I want to say thank you all for listening. Thank you all for being here. Reach out to us, and I look forward to you joining us on the next Divine Soul Journey Show. Until next time, have an amazing day.